Good evening, I'm Leery Thomas. Welcome to the Galactic Times Earth Report. In this Earth year 2011, as we approach what many in the Milky Way Galaxy call the upcoming event, all eyes are on Earth as we seek to understand how humans will handle the challenges that will soon confront them. To bring us closer to the scene, we are broadcasting from our galactic broadcasting station on Saturn's moon Iapetus. Our focus in this new series of special reports is the rapidly developing human scientific field of remote viewing, the mental ability to perceive and describe places and events in the past, present, and future. Our interest in this is linked to the possibility that humans may be able to use their understanding of the remote viewing phenomenon to fundamentally affect how their species responds to the event. To help us focus and to offer perspective, we have our two regular commentators, syndicated telepathist Grey Dude, and opinion flamer for the Solar Times, Reptile I Am. Assisting me is Trudy Spheron, and our intrepid on-the-scene reporter, RT. For those of you wondering about our somewhat unusual appearance as compared with our regular broadcasts, we are feeding avatar images of ourselves through a backdoor in widely used Earth-based video game software in order to circumvent transmission intervention by Earth authorities. And now, on to you, Trudy.
We begin with a summary of the Earth situation by RT.
Thank you, Trudy. Remote viewing appears to be the link between humans and the rest of the galaxy. The more humans understand remote viewing, the more they become like us, and that connection will bridge the crucial gap between our societies. There are new scientific studies involving remote viewing that are potentially revolutionary with respect to traditional thinking about physics and cosmology, as well as psychology and even the social sciences. But right now, all of this is considered fringe by mainstream science on Earth. Governments worried about the maintenance of secrets should remote viewing become more widely understood are not being helpful. Thus, we are at a standoff.
But what about the public? Are there any widespread calls for action, perhaps demands for more information?
Not really. Nothing on a significant level that requires a response by the authorities. The public seems to be quite passive in accepting both governmental and mainstream science official views. There is intense interest in certain sectors of the public in various nations, but this is dwarfed by an overall sense of public apathy.
What about the upcoming event? How does that fit in?
That is the trillion-dollar question, Trudy. That is what we are all waiting to see. Fortunately, at least in this time stream, we have front row seats.
I see. RT, thank you as always. Leery, back to you.
For commentary, we turn now to Grey Dude and Reptile I Am. Let's start with you, Grey Dude. What do you think is going on right now with humanity?
Clearly, there is a symbiotic relationship of encouraged ignorance between mainstream scientific and governmental authorities and the overall general public. The science of remote viewing threatens to fundamentally alter this relationship. Once the reality of remote viewing is widely understood, a cascade of events will inevitably transpire that will rapidly destroy a huge number of scientific and popular myths that humanity holds dear. These myths are now dangerous to humanity's survival, and they need to go.
What about you, Reptile I Am? What is your take on all of this?
In my view, something deeper is going on. This is a situation in which the weaknesses in the human genome are really apparent. Humanity just cannot handle this information, despite their obvious need due to the upcoming event. We clearly do not have 100 years to wait out this experiment in species survivability. Those with whom I have spoken seem to think that the time has come to save what we can of the human genome and simply call it a day.
We need to see this experiment through to the finish. We cannot afford to throw out millennia of trial and error in adapting the human genome just because of the timing of the event. Too much is at stake. Remember, if humans can work this out, even at this late date, then this gives hope to virtually everyone in the galaxy. If they can do it, everyone can. We need to believe that this is possible.
I have to say that this really is our point of departure. How much longer are we willing to wait? Within less than a few years, all this will be academic, and there is no evidence that humans are prepared to face the facts. We can use some of the results of the genome experiment now, while there still is time to save what we can. We gain nothing more by waiting until panic sets in and orderly control becomes impossible. At that point, we risk losing nearly everything. Many of my people say that the greater good is served by harvesting what we have now and maximizing the total level of information gained. We are not doing the humans a favor by letting them continue to struggle against impossible odds. Look, they need direct intervention, and the sooner the better.
I cannot disagree more. The surprising rapid development of the science of remote viewing among humans changes everything. This is the most important moment in the entire human project, and we must see it through to the end.
And we will have to leave it there until next time. I understand that we will be sending RT to Mars for that report. For those of you who would like to follow the developments in the scientific field of remote viewing just as we are doing, you can do so online at www.farsight.org. Until our next broadcast, we'll see you there.